Assalamualaikum everyone. We are from Group 2. We choose Indonesia as our group project. Here is a table of content that we're going to explain more about Indonesia. First, we have our group member. Next is the introduction, following with the content, and last but not least is the conclusion. Our group member consists of 5 people. We have me, FARISHAH MAISARAH binti JASURI, NURZARIFAHTUL AIDA binti YAMIN, SHAHRAIN ADRIANA binti SHARILAZNOR, ALIA MAISARAH binti SHAHARDI, and MAZATUL NESOFIAH binti MARZUKI.
Introduction. First is historical. Indonesia is the most populous country in South Asia and the fourth most populous in the world. Indonesia is situated on an archipelago, a group of islands. Indonesia is the largest country in South Asia with a maximum dimension from east to west of about 3,200 miles or 5,100 kilometers and an extent from north to south of 1,100 miles or 1,800 kilometers. Indonesia shares a border with Malaysia in the northern part of Borneo with Papua New Guinea in the center of New Guinea. Second is cultural aspect. Indonesia is the strategic location along historic trade routes connecting the Middle East, South Asia, and the Far East. Indonesia has been affected by a wide range of religious traditions including Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Confucianism. Cities are the hub of the commercial world. They represent a diverse cultural salad bowl that is very different from the original Aboriginal cultures. For example, of Islam and Hinduism coexisting include the Abangan religious system.
Thank you, Ida, for the first and second point in the context of introduction. So next, I will continue the third point is about the political system of Indonesia. Indonesian political system is Republican Republic. The Republic of Indonesia was born on 1955 after a long period Dutch colonial rule and Japanese occupation during the Second World War. The politics of Indonesia take place in the framework of presidential representative democratic republic whereby the president of Indonesia is both head of state and head of government. The Indonesian political system consists of 3 branches. We have executive branch, legislative branch, and judicial branch. So the first branch is the executive branch that headed by the president, who is the head of government and also head of state. The president is elected through a direct popular vote for a maximum of 2 or 5 years term. And the second branch is the legislative branch. Majelis Permusyawaratan Rakyat or MPR is the legislative branch of Indonesian political system. The MPR has 2 houses. First is the DPR, which is the House of Representatives. This is the lower house, and the DPD is the Regional Representative Council. This is the upper house. Last is the judicial branch. The Supreme Court of Indonesia is Mahkamah Agung, and the Constitutional Court is Mahkamah Konstitusi are the highest level of the judicial branch. The fourth point is economic. Indonesia as one of the largest and most popular countries in Southeast Asia to boost a diverse and growing economy. Today, Indonesia is the world's fourth most populous nation and the 10th largest economy in terms of purchasing power parity. Here is an overview of the background of Indonesia economy. The last decade of the 20th century, Indonesia has greatly expanded its production of natural resources to become one of the world's leading exporters. This is because Indonesia is rich with their natural resources including oil, natural gas, coal, mineral timber, and agricultural products. For example, Indonesian mineral resources contribute significantly to the economy because the country significant because the country is one of the world's largest economy of tin, deposits of which are found in the island of Bangka. Second is manufacturing. The manufacturing sector has become the single largest contributor to the company, and Indonesia has a diverse labor force sector encompassing industries such as textile, footwear, electronic, automotive, and chemical. As an upper middle income country and member of the G20, Indonesia is classified as a newly industrialized country, and Indonesia economy is widely expected to continue to grow at a strong pace over the next decade. Last but not least, in aspect of social, Indonesia is home to hundreds of ethnic groups, each with own distinct language, culture, and tradition because of long interaction among the original indigenous custom and numerous external influence. Also, Indonesia is located along Asian trade route between the Far East, South Asia, and the Middle East. Here is an overview of the background of the Indonesia social structure. First is the ethnic diversity. Indonesia is home to the largest ethnic groups such as the Javanese, followed by the Sundanese, Batak, Malay, and others. This diversity contributes to Indonesia's multicultural society and is celebrated through various cultural festivals, ceremony, and tradition. Next is religious plurality in Indonesia. Indonesia recognizes six official religions, which is Islam, Christianity, Catholicism, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Confucianism. However, with the regional diversity, it enriched in Indonesian national motto, which is Unity in Diversity, reflecting the country's commitment to religious tolerance and harmony. A plural life in Indonesia is a gift that this is a great nation must be grateful for because in its history until now, the Indonesian state is still able to protect the religious entity within it. And now I will explain about the domestic issue of economy in Indonesia. The first one is income inequality. Indonesia faces challenges with notable income inequality between urban and rural regions, as well as among various socio-economic groups. The unequal distribution of wealth in specific areas and among certain segments of society may hide the goal of achieving inclusive growth. For the second point is environmental sustainability. It's a priority in Indonesia where issues like deforestation, pollution, and land degradation are of concern. It is crucial to find a balance between economic development and sustainable practices for the country's future prosperity. And now we're moving to the domestic issue of social in Indonesia. The first one is ethnic and religious diversity. Indonesia is recognized for its diverse population comprising of different ethnicities and religions. While diversity can bring about many benefits, it also poses challenges in terms of promoting social cohesion, tolerance, and preventing intercommunal tension. The second one is human rights concern. Despite the progress that has been made, it is important to acknowledge that human rights violations continue to occur in Indonesia, particularly in areas concerning freedom of expression, minority rights, and the treatment of marginalized groups.
Since the Reformation era, Indonesia has made progress toward democratic administration, but issues including political polarizations, institutional reform, and corruption need to be resolved. There are two issues that are found. Firstly, the decision by Indonesia Constitutional Court regarding Gibran Rakabumi Raka, his eligibility to run for vice president on February's ticket, has stirred controversy. The ruling could potentially reshape the political landscape by altering the dynamic within various political parties. The next issue is the PDIP, Indonesia Democratic Party, or struggle, led by Megawati Soekarno Putri, has been one of Indonesia's major political parties. A poor legislative show for PDIP could weaken its position and provide other parties with opportunities to assert their influence and shape the political landscape. is a security issue. Conflicts between communities, terrorism, and separatist movements are just a few of the security risks the country faces. For example, the case in Surabaya, the Surabaya bombings of 2018 were a series of terrorist attacks started on 30 May 2018 at three churches in Surabaya: Saint Mary Catholic Church and the Surabaya Center Church. These both were experienced explosions. The first explosions located at Saint Mary Catholic Church, and an hour later there are two more explosions. For fourth bombing at a apartment building in Sudarjo, a regency south of Surabaya, where killed three people and two teenagers and children were injured. The fifth bombing happened at the Surabaya police headquarters when two offenders blew up their gadgets when the police checking them at entrance. So, since the Bali bombing 2002, this attack has been Indonesia's deadliest act of terrorism.
For the last slide is conclusion. A conclusion that I can make is Indonesia faces a wide range of intricate domestic problems in the areas of politics, security, economy, and social. In terms of social cohesive, minority rights and cultural variety provide difficulties for the country. Poverty, sustainable development, and differences in wealth distribution are all considered economic problems or issue. Internal dangers like terrorism and separatism are included in the category of security issue, as are external ones like maritime security. Indonesia deals with challenges of political governance, corruption, and the consolidation of democracy.